Hi and welcome to Superficial Backline Stability. We will start in our down dog today. This is our shortened downward dog, where we press our heels right down into the mat. So hands can walk in a little bit as needed. Push your heels down into the mat. Press your legs as long as possible and start to lift your toes up off of the floor. Starting to breathe into and feel out this back line. Toes really press up. Think about taking your kneecaps and sending them back behind you in order to straighten out your legs. Again, we've noticed this over the last couple of weeks, but this does feel very different from your regular down dog. Press your tailbone up and back. Thinking about the abdominal breath that we've been focused on. And holding here for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop your knees down to the mat. Get steady into your tabletop, tuck your toes underneath, and lift your knees just 3 inches off of the mat. Feel your whole back line in its isometric engagement, just holding you right in place, in conjunction and balance with your front line. And on your exhale, downward dog, let that back line lengthen. Hovering tabletop, feel it shorten and contract. Down dog, press back into your heels, and hovering tabletop. And for 8, back to the table. 7, push into your heels. Table. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All the way down into your tabletop. Shake out your wrist just a little bit if you need to. Take your right fingertips to the back of your head. Lift up your back leg. Bent back knee, heel pushing towards the ceiling. And take those pulses with your elbow coming towards your knee. Pulse up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold here. Squeeze your elbow and your knee towards each other for 5, 4, 3, 2, drop it. 1. Take your left hand behind your head, right knee up, and pulse for 10, 9, 8. Feel your whole back body engage. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it for 5. Squeeze. 4, 3, 2, 1. Sit everything down. Sit back for a moment. Shake out your hands. Place your hands down on the ground just for a moment. Tuck your toes under. Start to sit back onto your heels and press your heels down towards the floor. Lifting up, just stretching out through the bottoms of your feet. Taking some breath here. And feeling out wherever this is in your body. We've, over the course of a challenge, you really get to know what's the tightest in your body, where it is, but it also gives you a chance to explore. You know, we've been doing this pose this is our 3rd week now, and just noticing if there's any differences here, or even if there doesn't feel like there's any mobility differences, is there a little more ease and stability getting in and out of it? Staying sitting back, but lifting your heels up as high as you can, stretching out through the bottoms of your feet, adjusting your toes if you need to by reaching down. And we're really in this 4 starch here, trying to get the bottom of the foot as long as possible. Fingertips right down on the floor for stability. If you needed to grab your blocks, you can grab your blocks. And push your heels back down towards the mat. Start to come slowly all the way up to standing. Feel your feet down on the floor. Begin to tuck your chin into your chest and start to roll down into your rounded forward fold. Legs stay really engaged and straight here. Rounding your chin in towards your chest, dropping your chin down towards your knees, and then hollowing out, making yourself as rounded as you can. And place your hands today on the back of your head, maybe even crossing them so that you're feeling opposite shoulders. Rounding, chin tucked into chest, shoulders round, core rounded, and pushing into your knees up and back. And from here, we're taking those little transverse abdominal pulses. Relax your abdomen on your inhale and force air out on your exhale. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold here. Bring your arms out into airplane arms. Feel yourself even more rounded. Longer legs staying here in the stability. For 10, 9, breathe deeply, 6, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let your hands drop down. Bend your knees, slowly come all the way up to standing. Play with your weight just a little bit here. Shift your legs around as you need to. Start to take your back foot, your right foot, standing on your left leg. Right foot's going to go out behind you. And just tap your toe right down on the floor here. Long through your leg. Start to feel the back of your leg engage. When you're ready, start to engage through your back leg more and more and more so that it picks up off of the floor. Bring your arms behind you for airplane arms, taking your full airplane pose. And then move your foot. If it's pointed, move it right into a flex. Lengthen a little more through the back of your leg, even as it's working. Really finding stability here, just for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep your legs strong and straight. Swing it all the way through. Lengthen the back of your leg. Find a victory pose in front of you. Leg is wherever it can be long. If that's towards the floor, that's okay. If it's up a little higher, then fine. Wherever you can push through your heel and feel the back side of your body lengthening. Just here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very slowly bend your left leg, your bottom leg, until your front heel taps down onto the floor. Taking this down into a pyramid pose. And once your fingertips are pressed down, either on your block or the floor on your pyramid pose, begin to round your spine out a little bit. Press your heel down into the mat. Almost like you're trying to draw your heel down and in towards you, but it's stuck on the mat. It can't quite move. You've just got that action. And taking those little transverse ab pulses here as well. Breathing out to hollow out for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step into your regular pyramid. Step your feet together. Very slowly rise all the way up. Just notice that you've been forward folded for a little while. Shake yourself out. Begin to take your left foot, step it behind you. Beginning with your leg long. Engage through your glute, pressing into your whole back line, squeezing into your whole back line for some stability here. Start to lift up your back leg. Send your arms behind you for your airplane. Flex through your back foot, push into your heel, push into your back line for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very slowly and steadily, start to bring your foot through and up, pushing length into your back leg the whole time, back line the whole time. Staying here for 5, 4, lengthen, 3, 2, 1. Slowly bend your knee, drop your heel down to the mat. Allow your fingertips to find the mat. Take any little adjustments with your feet that you need. And right here, this is one of the poses that the toes can really start to become lazy. See if you can really press your toes up towards the ceiling and notice that that little press of the toes activates the entire back line. Never forgetting the importance of the feet here. Starting to round your spine. And take those little core pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step into a regular pyramid. Just straighten out your legs for a moment. Bring your feet together. Start to straighten all the way up. Take a moment here. Just find equilibrium between your front and your back, standing up tall. One more breath here. And reach down, grab onto your 2 blocks. Take your right foot in front of you, your left foot back, working your way toward your split. Really just noticing the front leg. The front leg's what we're worried about because this is your back line. So we're working the back line of the front leg. Tucking under your back toes so that you'll be able to lift your back knee. And bring your blocks right by your sides. Now remember that we are only about maybe 80% into this pose. So whatever your 80% of your split is, regardless of how high or how low it is finding that place where you've come all the way down and then backed off a little bit. Back toes tuck under, lift your back knee up, and begin to pulse down and up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift up, keep your back knee lifted. Staying right here for 5. Push through your heels. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press your back knee down. Start to switch sides. Left leg comes forward. Finding your version of your split here. Notice that you are not a symmetrical human being. It's very, very likely that your left side feels very different than your right. I know mine does. So settling yourself in here, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, and pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. For 5, push into your front toes. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop your back knee, slide back, switch sides. Right side's coming at you again. Just noticing the difference as you get more into this. And it is hard work. Just noticing that flexibility, mobility, stability, all of those ilities are difficult work if you're doing them correctly. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, and pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stay for 5. Lengthen through your front heel. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Start to switch sides. Last one, last set. Almost there. Walking yourself into this. This is where having a nice sticky yoga mat gets a little bit tricky. Sometimes we want that little slide. All right, tuck your back toes under. Lift your back knee. And down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Press into your heel. Front toes come back for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop your back knee. Slide your foot back. Hands off of your blocks. Shake your arms out and move your blocks right over to the side. Sit right down. Take your left foot, cross it over your right leg. Right hand behind your head, fingertips at the base of your skull. And starting to come down and forward, elbow aims toward your top foot, towards your left foot. And we're looking for some rounding of the spine here. So even though your arm is getting long, your spine is rounded. And staying right here. See if you can feel your breath. Purposefully slow down. Round your spine with each exhale. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sit all the way up. Shake your legs out. Switch your legs. Right foot on top of your left foot. Left elbow, left hand behind your head, and begin to fold forward and over towards your right ankle. Rounding even as your arm stretches. Feeling this line of the body from your heel through your hip and across your back. For another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently lift up. Shake your legs out. Remove flesh away from your sit bones. Bend into your knees. And take a moment to just fold forward here with your knees bent. Then begin to press your knees down towards the floor. You might notice that your spine comes up a little bit. Let that happen. Push your heels in towards the floor and start to round your spine, curling your nose down towards your knees. Bring your hands back into your airplane arms. And staying here, holding onto this forward fold. No support from your hands. Just letting that stability, that equilibrium come from your core, holding you up. Your back lengthening even as it engages to make sure you don't collapse. Chin tucked into your chest. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sit all the way up. Come down onto your back. Grab onto one of your blocks. Lying all the way down just for a moment. Maybe taking a full body stretch and neutralize your spine a little bit. And bend your knees. Bring your feet underneath your knees. Bring your block behind your back for our supported fish. allowing your head to rest back, your arms to rest by your sides, and lengthening out the front line that you've just used so much to support the back line. Staying here and let your breath settle. Tuck your chin in, remove your block from behind you. And bring yourself all the way down onto your mat. Feet find your front corners. So just settle yourself down into a Shavasana. Thank you for taking class with me today. I hope you have a wonderful one, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thumbs to your third eye. Bow to your light. Namaste.